Well, hi again. This is Brian, and today I want to talk a little bit about the precepts. Sandy asked me to talk about the precepts. And first I'd like to talk about what I call the simple precepts. And they're called simple because they are. They're the foundation of all the other precepts, and I think they go back at least to the time of the Buddha, and probably thousands of years before then. And they're probably the same as the commandments in other religions. And the first one is to do good. The second one is, if you can't do good, at least don't do evil. At least don't do bad. At least don't do something negative to take away your good karma. And number three, be kind all the time. Sometimes that's worded to save all beings, to help all people, but I like just to be kind all the time. So the first one, to do good. What does that mean? I can't tell you what it means to be good. I can't tell you what it means to be good without also talking about what it means to be bad, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to separate good from bad. I want to talk about doing good because in and of itself, good is what we should be doing. Good is the way to live. And good is difficult because we are always at choice. We always have the opportunity to decide what we're going to do. And no matter how difficult that decision is, do I turn left or do I turn right? Do I go to sleep or do I read another chapter in the book? We always have the opportunity to say, what is doing good? What would be better in this case? So do good is the most important. And the second one, at least don't do evil. Sometimes when I can't do good or I get frustrated, I want to snap out. I want to bark at somebody. I want to give somebody a gesture. I want to be mean. I want to express my anger. Those are negative traits. So we try very hard that even if we're confused about doing good, we don't react to evil. We don't do something that we wouldn't be proud of. And number three is to just be kind. To try to be kind all the time. There's no reason not to be kind. There really is no reason ever not to be kind. I want to move on now to the formal precepts. When one becomes a Buddhist, they usually take what are called the 5 precepts. They're something like the 10 commandments, and I often say, well, it's a lot better to take the 5 precepts and be a Buddhist than to take 10 commandments and be a Christian, because there's fewer of them. But actually, they cover the same subjects. But there are some differences. So I'll read them to you and see, without my defining it, if you get my catch. Honor all life is number 1. Honor all life. Number 2, be generous. Number 3, always use your senses appropriately. Number 4, always tell the truth. And number 5, be intoxicated with life itself. So by now maybe you guessed the difference in the 5 precepts and the 10 commandments. The precepts are worded in the positive, not the negative. So instead of saying, I will not kill, we take a vow to preserve life, to honor life, to do everything in our power to acknowledge the goodness of life. And instead of saying, I will not steal, I will not take something that isn't given, we try to be as generous as possible. Our emphasis on giving away, not taking. Sometimes number 3 is talked about in terms of sexuality or sex. I think that's really too limiting. So I think for number 3, we want to say, any senses that have been given to me by God, I should enjoy. I should enjoy good food, I should enjoy good music, I should enjoy beautiful things, and I should enjoy sexuality. These are all parts of me, and I should enjoy them and use them appropriately. And number 4, why tell a lie in the first place when we can put all our emphasis on sharing, communicating, and telling the truth with our friends and our family and our loved ones? Because when we lie to somebody else, we would be lying to ourselves. And when we speak the truth to others, we are also speaking the truth to ourselves. And the last one, sometimes we talk about, well, don't take intoxicants and don't take drugs and don't get drunk. But why don't we get drunk? Drunk on life, drunk on the goodness of our creation. Just existence is intoxicating. So that's the 5th precept. So they're the ones that a person might choose to take when they come to me as a Buddhist priest and say, I would like to become a Buddhist. How do I do that? And I say, well, our tradition is that we take the 5 precepts or the 5 vows officially, sometimes in front of a priest or a couple of our friends, and we try to keep these. And often an individual will try to keep them for a period of time before taking them for life. So they might try to take them for a day at a retreat or 2 days at a retreat, or you might take them for a particular month. And then when you think you're ready and you think it's manageable and you want to devote the rest of your life to that pursuit, that's when you take them. And then there's a 3rd level of the precepts. Monks and nuns and priests take any number of precepts, any number of vows, like to be a vegetarian or to never take meals after noontime. They're all variations of the first 5 precepts, and they are just variations of the simple precepts. Monks, often higher monks or people that have devoted their life to study and prayer, may take an entirely different kind of precept, usually under the guidance of a very learned teacher. And that would be something like, there is no killing. There's nothing to kill and nobody to be killed. There's nothing to steal and nobody to steal from. But these are usually reserved for people at a later state in what they call a much higher level of spirituality or spiritual inquiry. So that's my take for today on the precepts. I would encourage you to experiment with them. Maybe take them on a Sunday afternoon or take them a couple of days during a week and just see how it is. How does it feel to not use a negative in your vocabulary, but to always be on a quest for using the positive? So thank you very much for listening, and come back again next week.